I'm back to work. I moved one vehicle out of the shop line. It didn't have its pink hat on it anymore, and somebody had completely scraped the window, but they hadn't moved it out of the line or popped the trunk. Rather than bumping it forward, I went ahead and put it in the kickouts. Usually if they want in the kickouts, they pop the trunk on it. So I'm a little confused by that, but that's where I put it. It did have a yellow, what I think was a yellow warning light in the by the speedometer, but it was some kind of symbol. I have no idea what the hell it was. Anyway, I went ahead and put it in the kickouts. If somebody else recognizes what that is, they can make a note on the window and we'll just bump it right back to the gatekeeper. For now, it didn't make sense to bump it forward the way it was all scraped off like this. This one's Kia Sportage. It's a lot wetter than what I like to take from the cleans, but I noticed whoever washed this one put it in the wrong line with the EVs. So I try to grab those when it happens just to get it out of the way with people working on EVs. I don't know why it's so hard for the car washers to tell if a vehicle is an EV or if it's a gas-powered vehicle when they put them in the lines. But as I said, our car washers are they're a little bit special. Speaking of a little bit special, I seem to have lost the key to my car. Yeah, I mean, obviously I had it when I parked my car. My car doesn't go anywhere without the key in the ignition. But I got out of my car and sorting through the groceries I just bought to make sure all the refrigerated stuff came into the break room and would be refrigerated. At one point I realized I didn't have my key. I spent some time looking for it, never did find it. Whatever, my break is over. I need to get my ass back to work. Sure hope I find it after my shift is over, or it's going to be a long, shitty night. All right, so I'm walking through Electric Reserve right now. Put that Kia Sportage into the flip ramp. When I came through, I just moved that one car out of the shop line into the dirty kickouts, and then went directly across the car wash to get that Kia Sportage. Actually, I went into the break room. I didn't go across the car wash, I went through the break room. So I can put my food into the refrigerator, because I definitely don't want my crab bowl or my bologna sitting at room temperature, or whatever the outside temperature is in my car. It's not hot now, but it's not exactly cool enough that you should be storing food at that temperature, especially any kind of meats or seafoods. I don't cross this way very often by the exit ramp for the Hertz checkout windows. They're over there. So yeah, I didn't go by the gatekeeper on my way in. I figure I better start over here at Dollar and see if Anthony got that pile of cars that was over here moved, and how much progress was made on it. It does look like there's less cars over here from what I can see from right here. I mean, less maintenance cars. Oh, no, they didn't get it moved. I think they just made an effort to organize them from 3 lines into 2 lines. I got 2 long lines of maintenance cars piled up here. So we'll start with this one. It's closest to me. It's got an F-stop on it. It's a Jeep SUV of some kind. I'm thinking this is a Compass, although I didn't see model name in the back. What the hell is that? What the? Oh. No, I don't want a pair of phone, but thanks for asking instead of wasting a lot of time trying to pair a phone. Well, this is interesting. It's like some kind of a phone mount in the AC vent. I don't know if that's magnetic or what. It's kind of like rubberized. Oh, that's my goodies. I know it doesn't belong left in the car. A car seat in the back. That looks like a Hertz car seat, so leave that there. How's the key? Okay, there's the key. The seat more or less where I like it. Park Sense, rear braking assist on. Whatever the hell that is. Trying to count how many vehicles I have over here because it's going to keep me busy for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more over here. 8 more over here on the dollar maintenance line. So there's quite a few on the Hertz side as well. Way more on dollar. I need to focus on dollar for a while. Which means when I'm grabbing vehicles to take up, I need to try and focus on things that are likely to be going to PC. And I'm driving near PC right now. There's quite a bit of space up there, so I'm sure they'd appreciate me bringing more vehicles up to PC. As opposed to just leaving them in the flip ramp. Still dumbfounded by my missing keys. I can't imagine what the hell I did with them. But I can't spend any more time over there by my car trying to figure it out. I got work to do. Got all night to try to figure out what happened to my keys. Let's see, I got 5 vehicles in the Hertz maintenance line right now. And as far as what's downstairs on the dollar lot, I have no idea. Haven't been down there since I got here. But keep in mind, I didn't get here until about, just shy of 5 o'clock. Damn near 3 hours late. Whoops. Almost feels silly that I even took a lunch break, but damn, was I hungry. I just wolfed that turkey wrap down. Oh, there's just one car in the gatekeeper, which I think was there when I left on my lunch break. So I guess it didn't do any good to ask Anthony to get the up-down drivers working on that during my break. That sucks, because I was hoping I could come back from my break immediately and just spend the next 30 minutes here on the maintenance lot, emptying out the gatekeeper and sorting those cars. Nope, that's not happening. It's going up and down to the dollar maintenance lines as much as I can. That's an unusually large amount of vehicles to be sitting there right now. Shut up, car. Yeah, I'm not wearing a seatbelt in that short distance between where I get out to get the hat and where I'm parking this car, which is right here. Behind that giant ass Ford Expedition that I brought here last. So I just remembered why I left. The fuck was that? Scared the crap out of me. I think this is a Ford Explorer as well, but just a older model than the ones that keep getting recalled. It might be a different Ford SUV. I don't know, it's a Ford SUV, but it's definitely not the same as all the Explorers I keep moving. It's got a vertical screen for what that's worth. Not fond of those big Ford vertical screens. So it was the wiper arm coming down loudly, which reminds me, that's why I left this one. It's a pink hat, by the way. No hush. Never mind, I already put a pink hat on. I completely forgot doing that. Yeah, now I remember why I left this in the gatekeeper line when I went for lunch. They had the wiper blades flipped up, and I didn't even want to try to figure out what the hell that meant. Usually what that means is missing keys. And I'm like, well, why would it be suddenly in the gatekeeper line like that? But occasionally when the wipers are flipped up, especially in the gatekeeper line, it means that there's a problem with the wipers. And there is. The right side wiper blade's completely missing. So I put the left side, which seemed fine, down. I was trying to leave the right side up, but as soon as I sat down in the car, it just went thunk loudly against the windshield. That was kind of scary. Time for me to go back up top. I'm gonna look at the back of this and see what the hell this is. It's a Ford Edge. Oh, I should have known that as soon as I saw the screen. Wow, and I left a lot of space in front of it. I'm gonna park that a little tighter. I love when the parking assist starts beeping like that. I should have known what that was just by the vertical screen. Ford Edge. So the first line for the shop line is nice and tight all the way to the front. Second line with two vehicles in it. One just says check engine light. The one behind it is filthy. Front camera and collision light. It's got numbers and stuff on it. And a purple hat for some reason. That's weird. Shouldn't have a purple hat. Purple hat is TNC. Debating as to whether I want to move up the PM line. About a vehicle and a half worth of space in front of that giant van. But lots of space in the back. I think I could just leave it like that all night. Gatekeeper's empty and tire line's all completely pushed forward. There was only one vehicle to bring up when I walked by it by the gatekeeper just a little bit ago. It was a Polestar. Same screen I'm used to. I'm still bewildered by that first Polestar I moved and how its screen was so different. I'm just wondering if that's like a new interface that they're all going to get updated to soon. If so, oh man, I hope not, because I don't like it. I couldn't figure it out. Did you all see the toddler seats? Child car seats there? I just got into a Hyundai Venue. More traditional subcompact hatchback. Surely something that's not made or sold anymore. This class of cars has all but disappeared. I think the only one that's still sold at this point, not counting the Chevy Bolt because that's an EV, but the only gas one I think that's still sold now is the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Dealerships don't want to sell them, people don't want to buy them, sadly enough. Wow, it actually came on to 94.5 HD2. How awesome is that? It's a Hyundai stereo, so I make sure I put that on the presets. And get my lights on. Hey, it's... And this is clearly a low-budget car. It's got the light guy. Somebody parking to my left. Someone wedged through all these to the right. Flipping the data stream on the HD radio there. Man, never hear anything from Filter anymore. This is cool. $38,000. This is a subcompact. I'm just going to go out on a limb and assume this belongs in 3. And I'm trying to get as close as I can to the dollar line. the flip ramp isn't particularly close. Free's not all that close either, but it's a lot closer than the flip ramp is. Wow, vehicle driving in front of me on the road has got no lights on. Still got no lights on. I'd say about 90% certain that the best place for this vehicle is 3, even though I rarely put vehicles in 3 without somebody specifically directing me to. I was hoping there was some Hertz people directly across from me I could double check this with, but it looks like those are just renters getting into a vehicle. Alright, so I tried to put that little itty bitty, now I can't remember if it was a Hyundai or a Kia. I think it was a Hyundai. Whatever that little subcompact was I was just driving. Just tried to put it into stall 109 and I got the error that stall is already occupied. Yeah, it's over in section 3 and it's a subcompact. I'm not going to waste any more time on that vehicle. I'm trying to find a Hertz employee that can correct that error. It just doesn't seem worth fixing. That seems to be kind of standard procedure with MLS drivers anyway, up-down drivers. They put something in a stall and they get an error getting it into the stall. And they just crumple up the paper and like, whatever. That's the first one I've done that with tonight. I had a couple I did before, and both of those were nice enough, special enough vehicles. I figured I should make the effort to. Windshield cracked. Willie's Jeep. Oh, it's got the blue hooks. Oh, and there's the plug-in. It's one of those ones I was talking about. It's a Willie's plug-in hybrid. Seems wild to me seeing technology so modern in a vehicle that is styled so old school. And more than any other thing that says Jeep on it, these are really styled like old school Jeeps. I don't know I can get the seat any lower than that. Probably not. Probably not in this, because this is a Jeep. Press brake and push button to start. I did. And it's a Wrangler. It says Wrangler on the screen. But it didn't start the engine because this is a... Oh, I always forget where the window things are. They're in the center console. Or they're in the center of the dash at the bottom. So you got 2 stick shifts like a traditional old school Jeep. And it's got a hardtop that's removable like a traditional old school Jeep. 4 doors, which I remember when they first started making Jeeps with 4 doors, that just seemed crazy to me. But I've kind of warmed up to them since. Yeah, I see the crack on the windshield. It's pretty good sized. Yeah, we don't hear an engine running right now because it's running fully on electricity right now. But yeah, I got a shifter on the floor to the right. You know, I mean, it's automatic. It's not a... I don't think we have anything that has a clutch in it here. But, you know, park, reverse, neutral drive, and then I can slide to the left for M. Which I think stands for manual, and then there's an up and down where I can manually shift it if I feel the need. And then to the left, there's the shifter for 4-wheel drive. And I'm not sure what the options are in it. I'm sure it's got like a 4 low and a 4 high and a 2-wheel drive. And I don't know what it's in right now. I don't worry about that. I just leave that alone. Now these are one of the ones that a lot of times I can't figure out how to turn the radio on, and I'm not even going to try. Since I'm way too busy talking to myself. Oh wait, it was coming on. Oh, all I had to do was turn up the volume. That's good, because where the button would normally be that says radio, it says e-hybrid. And I have seen there's a screen on these, the touchscreen infotainment on these Jeeps. There is a... manual seats all the way on these, by the way. Where you can change what those buttons are, like for changing your shortcut keys. So But yeah, if somebody's taken radio off of there, I forget how the hell I turned the radio on. So lucky somebody left it on. So I can at least chill with the little Crosby, Stills, and Nash. When I'm driving these, I really never know when it's kicking on the gas engine and when it's just running off of electric. But if memory serves, I think this is one of the vehicles that you can run it. You can change a setting and run it exclusively electric. I think, not 100% on that one. And as I said, it's a plug-in hybrid. It has a charging port just like any electric vehicle on the left side of the hood towards the back. And the style of this thing is, aside from being 4 doors, looks like an old school Jeep. The grille is plastic as opposed to metal, which is kind of sad because it looks like an old school metal Jeep grille. But being that it's electric, it's whatever can be done to make it lighter is a good thing. Now on these, when I put the hats on them, I always put on the hood because it's a removable hardtop that is not metal. The hats don't stick to them. Not that this one gets a hat. This one's going all the way to the back where the cracked windshields go. And I don't know that I brought any cars back there tonight. I don't think I have. Nothing new added to the gatekeeper since I rolled through here. I wish I had some glasses so I could do this so y'all could see this first person. See my view. Alright, there is a car parked in a spot where I don't think it belongs. It's a Tesla. Just probably give that a once over and see if it's something that should stay here. It's casting so much shade on the faded lines that I couldn't see. The lines I usually line the vehicles up on down here. And I probably tried way too hard to line up the cars all neat and perfect on the lines, but I don't know. That's just the way I'm wired. Crack the passenger window a little bit so it doesn't become like an oven when it gets hot tomorrow. Shut her down. Can I see the gear shifter? Oh, that's a lot more complicated than I thought. And my vision is not good enough to read the labeling on that. Looks like, oh, I can kind of see it. 2 high, 4 high auto, 4 high part-time, whatever the hell that means, neutral, and 4 low. And I like that it's got an old school type pole parking brake, also known as emergency brake. And just like a traditional Jeep, the doors can come off, and it's got the strap that holds it in place. I mean, plastic there. Jeep Wrangler. I love that it's got the old Willys logo brought back. And even though those clips are plastic, it's like a traditional Jeep hood. I dig those. I really do. Alright, what the hell is up with this Tesla? Oh, that's what's up with this Tesla. Oh, wait, no. No, it's got 37%. It just took a moment to wake up. Crack on rear window, VIR. I don't see the crack on the rear window, but it's definitely in the right space, so. Set maximum charging to 92. I think they might be deliberately setting those back to 100 again, but the last time I mentioned it to Anthony, and I wasn't even really mentioning, wow, what's this got the wipers flipped up for? I don't know, I'm not fucking with it though. And I wasn't even mentioning Teslas, actually. I was mentioning, I see some back here that have I'm in the glass area. I see some back here that have the writing scratched off the windows, but I don't see any flipped up trunks. And unless I see flipped up trunks, or I actually talk to a manager that I know is a shop manager, or Mayar, I don't I don't move those. Oh, I should probably walk across this way and bump up another car on the shop line since I'm walking this direction. Could also bump up those Ford Explorers. I got kind of a space sitting here, but that's not as big of a deal. Wow, there's only one more to move. Oh, and this is the one I left in the back in hopes that they would see that all it needed was a key fob battery. But apparently nobody noticed that. I still think it's weird, the key fob battery for this. Like, I certainly didn't see a pop-up for that. System check, low tire pressure. I certainly didn't see that pop up when I brought it here before. You know what? I'm not seeing anything pop up about tire fob. About key fob. I'm not seeing anything pop up about key fob. But the tire light's pretty bold and obvious, so I'm just going to move this over to the tire light. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything pop up about key fob. And I've never seen a key fob warning pop up on a car that has a metal key and just has the fob for keyless entry. Usually the only time I see the key fob warning is when it's a proximity key. So I question if they got that labeled right. But I know the tire thing I saw, so I can handle that. Alright, this is some kind of small Subaru. Oh, it popped a model number up, or a model name up, I mean. And then it popped up like the, oh my god. Cut that shit out. And it popped up the screen warning telling you not to look at the screen. You know, if you don't want people looking at these screens, probably you should stop putting them in cars. Radio is not quite on a station. No. Ah, the chain. Nice. Definitely taking this up to the flip ramp. It's only got 23,000 miles on it. But I don't know for sure if they want this sort of thing in DC or not. So I'm just going to put it in flip ramp and let somebody else sort it. So I think I got a good shot of all the car seats when I was walking through the car wash, not last time, the time before. And one thing I only kind of recently noticed is there's an area over there in the far end of the car wash where they actually clean and organize the car seats, the child's car seats. And there's a woman that seems to be pretty much what her job is, what she does. I don't know how I never really noticed that before, but definitely noticed that recently. I haven't seen her working tonight, but she must be for there to be a line of car seats sitting out like how I saw them. All right, it's 9:39. I'm right up by the office for Hertz Returns. This seat is in a weird position. Key up on the dashboard, that's not so unusual. Okay, that's a bit more fan than I want to deal with. It's a Hyundai, I forget what the hell these are called. They're mid-size SUVs. Wow, it's got a nice pillow inside it. Look at that. I think that one's going home with me. Incident report on the dashboard. I'm just going to move the other side so it's not blinding me. Got another cracked windshield here. Kind of a blind corner on the left. Okay, she's moving that vehicle to my left, so I'm just going to cut to the right here. Yeah, I totally forgot that one was sitting. This car was sitting there. I saw that before when I was focusing on the Hertz side, trying to get all the oil change vehicles down to the line, which they ended up not servicing any of them. But hey, I tried. Can't say I didn't try. Yeah, I skipped this one because I was trying to focus on those vehicles. Totally forgot I left it in the middle like that. Whoops. Yes. I can't believe I forget the name of what these are, but it's a large Hyundai. The thing I like the least about these is they just have an enormously obnoxious, huge center console with an overwhelmingly large number of buttons on it. One of which is for radio. Alright, so let's turn the HD radio off. That's not cool. They got a station of static. That's not cool either. But I got HD radio on, so I can bring that right over to 94.5.
Here you are.
Here I am.
The killer, a top-grade, heart-racing thriller.
And there's the HD signal, and then press 2. There's KWSS HD. Which I'm practically to my destination, but hey, it was fun getting it there. Add station. Ha! It's the only preset saved on this vehicle right now. Good times. Oh, I love this song. This is The Judge by 21 Pilots. Yeah, I used to listen to them constantly. I haven't been listening to them much lately. Of course, most of my music listening these days is just moving these rental cars around as opposed to just sitting and getting into my own music. Alright, that pillow's going to my car. It's nice.